Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Ange and I. Say hi, Ange.
Hello, everybody. So great to be here.
Yes, welcome to our webinar tonight or today, wherever you're at in the world. We know we have people from all around the world in our community. We're so grateful that you guys took the time out of your life and your business to be with us tonight. We feel that some amazing things are going to happen over the next hour. So we want to kind of give you an idea of who this webinar is for. This webinar really is for somebody who, some amazing things are going to happen over the next hour. So we want to kind of give you, I'm sorry, that I don't know what that was. It was myself talking to myself. That was awesome.
It was the Facebook Live reverb, so it's all good now. We got it solved.
Fantastic. All righty. So who is this webinar for? You are a network marketer who is ready to powerfully lead a team, expand your reach, become even more visible, and to master the skill set and the mindset of true leadership. So I'm going to kind of give you guys a little overview of what we're going to do on the webinar tonight, okay? So first, we're going to take a real in-depth look of what a soul-inspired leader is. We have a term for what true soul-inspired leadership is. And Ange and I really believe that there's a difference of different types of leadership. So we can't wait to share with you what it looks like when you really step into leading with your heart and soul in your business. We also are going to go through the top reasons why people don't get where they want to go. So if you've come to this webinar and you really want something more out of your life or your business, we're going to really help uncover what is the area that you're being held back in and why, okay? And then we're going to quiet our minds and listen to our heart and get more clear on what we really want. We're also going to go over our newest and most powerful program we've ever done together. And then we'll have lots of time for Q&A, friends. So don't worry about that. Now, don't forget to stay on. This webinar will be around an hour long. And at the end, we're going to give away a free ticket to the Lead on Purpose program we'll be talking about tonight. So stick around. That's incredible value. And we'll be hanging out. It looks like this lady doesn't have a foot right here. Fantastic.
Only you would notice that, Bree.
It's too funny not to point out. I love it. So, does this sound like you? You are absolutely in love, positively in love with building your network marketing business. And you want to learn how to intuitively lead your team with more flow, lift the lid of your financial potential, find your authentic voice, and become unshakable. If that's you, then you're in the right place, my friends. So those of you guys who are new to this community and have never met Ange and I, we'll just do a quick little introduction. This is me and my cute family. So I've been married to my husband for almost 14 years. We met on a blind date, right? And 5 days later, we decided to get hitched. How crazy is that? I know. And we have these 3 beautiful blue-eyed babies. We love them so much. We have a 9-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old. We just moved to Hawaii and about a year ago, so we're snowbirds. We like to live in the warm, sandy beaches in the wintertime. I'm also a 7-figure network marketer, earner, and leader. I've been doing this business for almost 8 years, and I have fallen in love with every bit of the blessings it's brought into my life. The process in of itself of who I've become through this journey is just one of the best gifts ever. I also am a boxing maniac. I actually was really trying to hurt my trainer this morning. I've fallen in love with finding that inner power and letting it out on the mat. I love it. And I'm also a football mom. You'll see me running down the field screaming, go, go, go to my 9-year-old. And thank goodness he loves football so much because I love it just as much. So that's just a little bit about me. And I'd love for Ange now to introduce herself.
Yes, absolutely. So I am Angelina Dewey, and you'll see my husband there and 2 kids. You know, I didn't know I wanted to be a mother, but it's really been the biggest blessing in my life. I love those 2 babies so much. You know, my history of how I got here on this call tonight is that I have really in my life had some very big limiting beliefs. So believing that my voice doesn't matter, believing that I'm not good with money, believing that I'm not going to get married, that I'm not good enough. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And so I always say you end up teaching whatever comes hardest to you. So I have really, through the hard way and also through coaching hundreds and hundreds of people, have learned how to really change the belief pattern of our brain. And what does that look like? How do we actually do that? And so as a master belief breakthrough coach, one of the things that I love most is helping people really get to their unlimited potential. And in this program, really, helping people get to their next level of leadership. And what does that mean for you? So I have a 6-figure coaching business along with being a business partner with beautiful and lovely Brienne Hovey, which I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to create with her. She's just so awesome. And I love, love, love to create things. So I actually love knitting. I love quilting. I love creating in my garden, eating own food that I make. I really love creating things and being creative. It's one of my favorite outlets. So let's talk a little bit about how Brienne and I got together. And I actually love it when she tells the story, but tonight I'm going to try to do my best. And I'll tell it from my version, which my version is that one day I got a call, and it was my husband. And he said, I met this woman, and she is a really, really, really powerful leader in the network marketing industry. And she wants me to help her with a website. And I think you guys should meet. I really think you should talk to her. So I ended up having a call with Brienne, and I remember she was in Hawaii at the time, and it was about an 1.5-hour call. And on the call, there was just magic. I could feel it. She could feel it. And I love my clients. I really feel connected to all of my clients, but there was something special about our call. And I got off the call and I thought, wow, just buzzing with energy. And, she tells the story that she got off the call and was like, holy cow, who was that woman? And so she decided to hire me as her private coach. And we began having calls and really working on different things she was creating. And I would help her to create copy and create ideas. And one day she said, oh, we should do that together. And I thought, no, no. And that was my first resistance. And for me, whenever I find resistance to something, I kind of go, what is that about? Maybe that is something I should do. So we started to work together on various projects. And soon enough, Brienne came to me with her idea of creating network marketing on purpose. And I really loved the idea because I love teaching people coaching skills. I love helping people change their lives. And I also loved Brienne's vision and heart for the network marketing industry. And so it's been one of those things that kind of come together. We did our first program, the 4-week deep dive, The Art of Motivating Your Team to Massive Action. And it has been the most beautiful program. One of the things it's really blown me away is just the kind of results people get. I've created lots of different programs in my life, but when Brienne and I came together to create this program, there was just this divine downloads of information of what we were going to share and what was needed. And so this program is put together in this magical way that neither Brienne or I could have done on our own, but together we created something really so powerful. And the program is really designed to help you break through your own limiting beliefs. And once people had graduated through it and people had done it, 2, 3, even 4 times, they really loved how much they were learning. People kept coming and saying, what's next? What are we going to learn next? And Brienne and I are kind of, we were thinking, and, Brienne and I have, as we've been talking and looking at the industry, what we've really found is that the network marketing industry is so beautiful and powerful. And yet in the industry, there's a lot of force. So there's a lot of really looking at the next rank, the next position. There's a lot of future thinking. And so thinking about, I'm going to be there when I, get there in the future. And so there's not always as much really profound enjoyment in the process, that fulfillment, that daily fulfillment. And so what we wanted to really bring back into the network marketing industry, and I know there's a lot of people who already do this, but as a whole, as a majority, bring back that soul and that heart and really help people to find and lead in this way that is has way more ease and way more joy and brings way more results. Because Brianna and I really believe that the future of network marketing is ginormous. We're actually just getting started. And we believe that network marketing has the potential to heal financially, spiritually, emotionally. It is one of the biggest growth journeys there are out there, because you are not just building a business by yourself. You see, entrepreneurship is hard, but the truth is that it's actually even harder when you're building it with a whole giant team, and their results are your results. And so it brings this new level of complexity. It also brings this new level of enjoyment and fun, and we really want to start to look at how do we become even better at building relationships? How do we become even better leaders? Because we're not just doing this on our own. And yet the future of network marketing is so huge. There is so much unlimited. I feel like, one of my favorite quotes from Brian Tracy, he says, "The future of network marketing is unlimited. There is no sight and end. It will continue to grow because better people are getting into it. They're raising the entire standards of MLM to the point where soon it will be one of the most respected business models in the world." And I really, really believe that. And I want you to know that wherever you are in your network marketing is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And there's so much potential for leadership in this industry, which is why we're so excited to share more tonight about what we believe soul inspired leadership is, and how to actually start becoming an even more powerful leader, leading with your heart and soul.
I love that, Ange, and I agree. It is just getting started. And when I look at it as it's like this new wave of network marketers, because truly the network marketing industry is not like the one I grew up in. So I was actually somewhat of you hear army brats. I was a MLM brat. My dad jumped from one company to the next. And so we literally moved around everywhere. We changed companies often. We had the rise and fall of income coming in and out. Companies just, totally ending their business, and my dad having to find a new company to work with. So I've seen a lot in that industry, and I was so terrified of doing network marketing myself, because I just didn't feel like it was an authentic way of doing business or growing myself and really leading with my own heart in my life. And as many of you guys, everyone who's on this call, know that this industry has shifted. That we're not driving from the same force in the same place that we used to in this industry. That is really coming from this pure space of clear and pure intention. And people are leading with their hearts. Sometimes we're so scared about really getting into a place where we can listen to ourselves and hear our hearts and actually play that into our business. But what I love so much about the future of network marketing and where it started to shift is that people really are finding those unique gifts and what makes them their own divine self, and they're playing it into their business. And that's what I have found in this journey, is that I am able to grow this business that is just thriving. It's exploding. It's massive. The potential is endless, but I'm doing it from my heart. I'm doing it from clear intention on why I'm here on this earth, and I'm actually aligning myself with God in my business. So what I want to do with all of you guys right now is I actually want you to just close your eyes for just a minute, okay? And I want you to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and just take 3 really deep breaths in. I want you to center yourself. Just step away from the day and just get present. Begin to let go and shut off any stress. And get into your heart space. Feel your heart beating. Feel that inner peace and that knowing, that wisdom. Feel all the love in your heart. What does your heart say? What is it that your heart and soul most desires right now? Let it just speak to you. What does your heart want in your life? What does your heart want in your business? Listen. I want you to imagine what your heart's telling you right now. What is your deeper desire in your life? These dreams you have that lie within you for a reason. I want you to imagine that you're there now. Take one of these heart desires and step into that space as if you're living there now. What does it feel like to be in that place? In this space, what do you feel like? How do you act? Who's around you? What are you here for? Just continue to let your heart speak to you and absorb and soak in this energy of this place that you want to be in. All right, wiggle your toes and fingers. When you're ready, open your eyes. You know, one of the biggest lessons I've learned in my life is that our heart speaks to us, that we have desires that lie within us for a reason, that we actually have a destiny that's waiting for us to step into. But it does take us going within and starting to really learn how to listen. And so as we started to really get into that space of what our heart is speaking to us right now, and as if we're already living our dreams out, as if we're living what our heart is calling us to right now, I want to ask the question, why aren't you there already? Why aren't you living in that place? One of my favorite quotes that Angelina has ever said, I love her dearly for this quote, is, if you don't have everything you want right now, it's because part of you doesn't believe you can have it. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go over the top reasons why people don't get to where they want to go. Okay? So I'm going to have Ange start. Number one, what is the reason why people don't get where they want to go?
Yes, great. Thank you. And as we're going over these, I want you guys to just think a little bit about what feels true for you. And so the first reason that people really don't get there is that they don't have a really strong work-life balance. And so a lot of times when we get into something, we want to go for the gusto and reach our goals right away. And we actually we start to adopt an attitude of sacrifice. And so we sacrifice our family time. We can sacrifice our health. We can sacrifice sleep. And while none of those things are necessarily bad, what happens a lot of times is at some point when the scales tip so much, then you're actually building on fumes. And people can feel energy. People can feel somebody who has energy, and really that vitality and that health and that sense of happiness and joy are what bring people to us. And so, it's kind of this old joke in health coaching where people would say, is somebody going to hire the unhealthy looking health coach? Well, probably not, because we want to learn from people who are a living demonstration of what we want, right? And so a lot of times we think we're making the right choice by sacrificing things and pushing really hard to get where we want to go. And we keep thinking and saying, well, when I make that money, when I hit that rank, I'm gonna take care of myself. But at some point, that habit sometimes just sticks around. And, Brian and I we're big believers of working hard. So don't get us wrong. But we're also big believers of playing hard and taking care of ourselves hard. And so really having all of those things together. And so this may be an area where you're struggling right now, where you may feel like your work-life balance is not doing so hot right now, and that it's actually affecting the ability for you to lead, and not lead.
Yes, 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 absolutely. So that's one reason why people don't get where they want to go, is this balance. The second reason is the question, are you enabling others? It's a really good question, because the truth is this plays out in both our life and our business. So when we are enabling others, we're actually limiting them from who they're actually here to be. Many of us go into our business with the belief set that we have to do everything for everyone. If we don't do it, it won't get done. And it really plays out into this kind of codependency in our life and our business, where we're more alone. We feel alone, which is not a fun feeling to feel when we're building our business or living our life. And we don't ask or receive for any kind of help. And so the goal is to really get where you want to go, is to learn how to empower others, how to help them see the gifts that lie within them, help them see more in themselves than they can currently see, and how to have that patience, when they're messing up. It's like my son, when he does dishes, sometimes I'm just like, oh, I just want to helicopter in and fix it all, right? It's the same for our business. So it's when we're trying to teach a new leader on our team a new skill, like mentoring or doing events. Sometimes we just want to skirt right in and fix it all and help them because we love them so hard. But the truth is when we can really learn to empower other people and learn that the soul inspired leader's number one responsibility is to create other leaders, that is where the true joy comes from this business. Because not only will we grow, not only will, by helping them learn and grow and go through that process, they'll lift us up, but it will be the most rewarding thing ever when you have somebody look you in the eyes and say, thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for not listening to me when I said I would not do that class. You believed in me, you helped me, you taught me, you allowed me that space to grow and even hurt. That in of itself, that empowering that we give other people is one of the best rewards this business can ever give us. So I want you to look at that and where you're stuck right now and why you're not where you want to be. Is it because are you enabling others?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, that's such a common one for sure. And I think the next reason is actually even more common. This is kind of the state of modern society now. And the question really is, are you doing? Did you push through and burn yourself out? And this is really, something that happens a lot, where we think that doing everything, checking off the to-do list, getting it all done, is going to get us to our goals faster. And yes, it is important to get things done. But when we are pushing through, burning out, not taking care of ourselves, what happens is that then we actually cut off the inner guidance. And so one of my favorite quotes, I think actually this came from Donald Trump a long time ago, way before he became president. And his quote was that success is 80% planning and 20% doing. And so what happens when you push through and keep going and doing is that there's really no time for planning. There's really no time for creating systems that work. There's no time for listening to your intuition and hearing your heart and soul tell you what the next step is, because we're so busy doing the next step that we're not able to listen to hear that maybe that step actually isn't even effective. Maybe it isn't even something that's going to be helpful. And this is kind of, what the energy of feels like is running around with the chicken with your head cut off, is that there's been so many times before when I, have really just stopped and checked in with myself, and I thought, wow, I set this goal and it's no longer feeling aligned to me. So I'm going to choose to change the goal. And a lot of times we don't check in to see if that's what we want to do. And so, what happens then is we're pushing through and leading to burnout. And then we're not actually leading with our heart and soul. We're leading with our mind. And when we're leading with our mind, it's so much harder. It's so much more complicated. It's so much more suffering happens than when you lead with your heart and soul. When you lead with your heart and soul, it's so much more ease and flow and joy and fulfillment. And it's just a totally different experience.
Oh, yes, it is. And I think I mastered the burnout. So I'll never go back there again. It's interesting as you learn to not push and burn out, you actually get better and better at it to where you can't ever go back there. Once you make that decision to lead from your heart, you know how to take care of yourself. You might have small hiccups, but you start to really honor that space in such a way that it never really goes back to that level. It's really a powerful thing. I love that one. So the next one is, do you know your unique divine leadership gifts? We're asking the question right now, why are you not where you want to be? And I think with the network marketing industry, what comes up is that we're trying to emulate what we think is right, not necessarily what we are. And so many of us don't even know who we are. We don't even know what lies underneath the surface that has not been brought out, that we've been hiding, or that we didn't even quite allow any kind of space to even ask the question, am I capable of that? Or is that me? And some of us actually know some of the things about ourselves, and we are really good at keeping it under the surface that we're actually scared of. We're scared to let that piece come out. We're scared to be seen. We're scared to actually have this level of influence and live a life that we're actually dreaming of because of what it means for all those around us, right? We're trying to fit in instead of fitting out. So really what our goal is with helping you get from this space to getting to where you want to go is, really helping you step into that zone of genius, know who you are, know your strengths, know your gifts, and offer them to the world. Because what Ange and I will always say, you'll hear it from us over and over again, is the world needs more of you. We need more leaders that shine brightly, their authentic light. And it really is about helping you uncover what is your greatest strength and helping you lead with those strengths.
Yes. Oh, these are, this is such a interesting thing when we start to look at where are we getting stuck in leadership. So, one of the next pieces to start to think a little bit about is, do you think you have to do this all by yourself? And so a lot of times we don't, this can happen, kind of come up in different ways. It can be that we don't know our own value, so we think we have to do everything ourselves. This can also come up for ourselves because we don't or haven't had a history of being able to trust other people. Oftentimes people might have failed you, they might have disappointed you, and so you've adopted the strategy to just do it yourself because that's going to ensure that it gets done. And, while in one way this is such a strength because you're an independent and you get things done, but there's so much limitation here because, again, in this industry, we can't do it ourselves. It's not something you can do by yourself. You can get to a certain place, and then at that point, you just can't go any higher unless you have other people that you are leading and that are there helping you. And so, really, this is a place where you want to be able to move beyond any of the past experiences and really figure out how to delegate, to inspire other people, to add value to others, to really see yourself as a leader and see how much value you have to really offer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay, so the next reason why you might be stuck and where you want to be is, are you being reasonable and playing small? This is the question, friends. Think about it. You might feel like there's certain times where you take risks, you're doing something scary, you're doing good things, but are there other areas that you're holding back, that you don't want to be seen, that you're playing small? You know, many of us look at scary things and it's hard for us to take those risks. We actually value our excuses over our dreams. And we think, oh, no one's watching, right? This is my business. It's okay. I don't have to show up there. That looks too scary. And we really are constantly worried about the how. I'm so sorry. I meant to say the why. And so when we look at kind of changing this up, if you're feeling stuck and it's because you're being reasonable, you're worried about everything being certain in a certain way, and you might be worried that there's too much resistance and too much judgment on the other side, or nobody's going to see anyways. What if you were to switch that? What if you were able to become unreasonable, unstoppable, unshakable? What if you started doing hard things and did the things that were the biggest risks and the scariest for yourself? What if you put your dreams before your excuses and you did things that weren't easy or popular, but you stood up for them and you were persistent and you created solutions for yourself and for your team? And you really grew mentally strong. You conditioned your mind and you told your mind what to do. And you believed in your dreams and you became unshakable with where you were going. Imagine the difference of those two worlds and how you could break through from where you're at now to where you really want to be.
That's such a huge one. I know, Brianne, you, like for me, have been the person that has really shared and amped that up for me in so many ways. I mean, when I first started working with you, I would jump on the call and I'd be like, I don't know that I can do that. And you'd be like, you can do it. And I would do it. And so, just this one, it's kind of a recent discovery for me, and really what it's like from being around Brianne and how unshakable she is around things. And it really is night and day difference in how much you can get done when you don't let all of the stories and the fears run you. So it's a really, really huge thing that is become such a really powerful shift in my own life. All right. So last reason that you might be feeling stuck is the, do you fear letting people fully see the real you and struggling to communicate the hard things? Oh, wow. Bam, wham. That's a big one. In this age of digital internet, people like to think that leadership is easy. And leadership is just something we're all attaining, trying to attain. But the truth is, true leadership is actually vulnerable. You are literally sharing yourself, your beliefs, your opinions, your heart on a platter. You're sharing it with the world. Sometimes now in social media, you're sharing it in webinars, you're sharing it all the time. And whenever you shine brighter, there's somebody who doesn't like what you have to say. And so for a lot of people, the fear of letting people really see you, of hearing you, or even wanting to not have anyone, tell you you're wrong or tell you they don't like what you say, or really never wanting to feel embarrassed or never wanting to fail. All of these things, all of these fears can totally paralyze leadership. And, and how this really affects our communication and how often do we sell out and not say what there is to say? You may have somebody that you're frustrated with and you're scared to tell them, or you want to communicate that you need someone to do something with you, or how do you do all that? So, in this industry, it can be challenging to really let people see you and to communicate. And so what we really want for you is we want you to be able to be comfortable expressing your needs and understand how to fully communicate, and to know that when you are really letting people see the real you, the vulnerable, authentic you, that's actually when you're more influential. Have you guys ever noticed when somebody's really authentic and real, how much more you love and admire them? That's because fundamentally as humans, we want to support each other. But as a human, it also feels scary to be vulnerable, as if we're going to be eaten by the tiger or lion if we share our real hearts with each other. And so this is a place where, we want to strengthen within you the ability to stand up and be authentic and be yourself, and also feel safe in that. And to know that that's actually going to create more love and connection in your life, and more fulfillment in your life, and so much more results in your business.
Yes, absolutely. With these 7 of the top reasons why people get stuck, what we'd love to do is kind of hear from you guys on what are some of the areas that you're getting stuck in. Out of the 7, where do you feel that is the one that's most amplified in your life right now? That if you were to get unstuck there and be able to shift that area of your life, it would actually affect your business. So you can just write into the comment chain. We'd love to hear from you guys as we move on. But it's really amazing, because as we go over these 7 different ways people get stuck and why they're not where they want to be, what's cool about this whole journey and this process is that we don't have to fix all these areas. Because you might have listened to all this and go, yes. Like, oh crap, it's all these areas. But the truth is that as we start to work on one, the rest follow, the rest shifts. And as we work on ourselves, our team follows suit too. It's a mirror. So not only are we working on ourselves and we're working on one area, and all the other areas start to shift and grow and transform, but our team does the exact same thing as well. So I love that about this process, that it doesn't have to be so overwhelming, but we can just grow awareness of why are we not where we want to be. So Monica says that she is number 4, absolutely. We have Melanie, I would say not balance work life and enabling others. Yep, it's a common one, Melanie. Marie is knowing my unique gifts again. So Marie and Monica are there. Katie is playing small and enabling. Yep. So she says that they play into each other so much and allow me to continue to receive from my team. So she's working on it. Absolutely. And that is the truth, that these 7 different ways, as I mentioned, not only as you start to work on one, they start to shift all of them, but it's because they are showing up together. They're integrated. They're kind of working together in so many ways that's the cool part, is that as you shift one, the rest will follow. So we're going to move on, but continue to write in, because it's really awesome for Ange and I to see this and see where you guys at and where you're really wanting to break through. So now we're going to talk a little bit about why we created what we're talking about today.
We talked a little bit earlier about this, but there's such a need right now in the world for real soul-inspired leaders to be showing up. And we, as we have had the ability to coach so many people and really hear kind of where they're feeling stuck, is that, we're hearing from so many people that they have this bigger message. They have something they want to say. They know they have gifts. They know that they have this big vision. They don't know how to get to it. They know that they want to inspire people on a bigger level. They see themselves on a stage, or maybe writing a book, or doing big things. And yet sometimes some of the practical pieces feel a little bit hard to get to. And so when Brianna and I were really talking about, what was next, we started talking about having a leadership program. And as we were talking about a leadership program, we first thought, maybe we'll just certify people to be leaders. And then as we started digging in a little deeper, we realized that in order to live the specific, in order to be a soul-inspired leader, we have to be that leader ourselves. So we really have to work on ourselves first. We have to live a life like a leader. We have to be a leader worth following. We have to look at our own limiting beliefs. We have to grow and develop ourselves. We have to find our special gifts. We have to learn how to motivate and inspire and really rise up our leaders and create this community and connection. And we have to learn how to create awesome team programs. And so what we've created is a program called Lead on Purpose. It's an 8-week program. And the program is all about helping you to become an even better leader. And really, you know, Brianna and I are kind of having our tagline is how to be unstoppable, unreasonable, and unshakable. Because we know that when you are unstoppable and unreasonable and unshakable, and you're living with your heart and your soul, you're going to create some epic, epic results in your life. And so we really want to see more spiritual leaders making more money. We want to help you guys become more visible. We want to help you learn how to live from your heart even more. And we want to help you step into that true purpose, that reason that you're here right now. We want to be able to do that. So that's why we created Lead on Purpose. And there's, you know, there's the thing of why is this program so distinct from other leadership programs or even other programs you might be considering taking? And there's really two main reasons. One is that we haven't seen any other place that you can really learn both the mindset, the skill set, and the how-tos of leadership. It's kind of to me like parenting. You know, there's not a lot of parenting manuals out there. There's books that teach this tool and that tool, but to have it all together in one place where you can really explore it, it's like a wonderful course I'm taking right now on parenting. I go every week, I get these amazing skills, I get to come home and practice them. And after a few weeks, I'm feeling like a totally different parent. And that's what this program's like. It's a place where you get to explore and learn and really look at your mindset plus your skill set and have the support of a whole group and community. And then the second reason this program is really so important to us is that so many people are afraid of becoming visible, but the world needs you. And we really want to help empower people to play bigger because right now we need soul-inspired leaders. And that's so important to Brianna and I. So that's why we are here tonight.
I love that, Ange, so much. And that really is where our heart is. Every time we see people break through, every time we see people step more into their soul divine path, it excites us more and more. It was interesting because earlier today, Angelina said something on another call we had. She said, or maybe it was on this one. They're all running together. She said, I always knew I was here to help people step into their full potential, right? Unleash their potential. And that has been kind of like my soul's tagline for many years. And as she said that, I thought, oh my gosh, yes, because that is what we're doing this for, is we want to help you unleash your potential, to really get to know yourself at deeper levels and step into these skill sets, this mindset, this leadership that you were meant to be in, that you're here to serve other people in a way that you're playing small doesn't help. It's time to fully be seen and be able to give your gifts to the world. And so we want to talk to you a little bit about what makes this program different, because we know there's lots of programs out there. We know this. And why did we want to create this? We just talked about, but what actually makes it different than things you'll see out there? So the first thing is it's very experiential, right? So too many online programs really just talk to you, right? They're sharing lots of good information and but they kind of leave you to your own devices, right? To implement the steps in your own life by yourself. So we believe that to have this experience and integrate it, the program in of itself has to be truly experiential, that it has to become part of your life. So we incorporate weekly coaching lounges, just like if those who have attended Deep Dive, so that you can not just be thinking about these things that we teach, but actually practicing them and fully stepping into them. So it's kind of like an all immersion experience as you walk away after the 8 weeks. It's also all done for you, baby. So we know what it's like to start new things. We've done it before, and we really wanted to ditch the guesswork in all of this. So we provide you for done for you scripts that you can use. They're templates that you can feel fully confident in and start using right away. So these templates can be used for team calls, team programs, team trainings. And this is really going to be helping you and helping your leaders rise up to where the type of leader that you've become. And the next thing that makes it so different is you get certified. So by doing this program, you have the option to become a certified, done for you, like get the certified done for you program. It's an 8-week leadership program called Unshakeable. So this program is going to be able to help you use for your team. It's all done for you that you plug in. Yes, yes, this is true. So it's not enough to just become a better leader yourself. We really want you to know how to teach other people to rise up as well. So the goal is that you can take everything you're learning in this 8 weeks and put it into a program, implement it into your team, and help them rise up as well. So the entire program, the Unshakeable program, will be done for you. It's written for you. And it comes with all of your team scripts, handouts, outline of the 8-week program, and a half-day workshop that you can hold and teach yourself. So as you step into this and you go through the 8 weeks, you in of it yourself will be learning and growing into that leader that then after the 8 weeks is over, you can then turn around and offer this 8-week program called Unshakeable to your team as a certified lead on purpose coach. Yay! And the last thing is it really, really works. We've done this before. And we are the masters at helping you dig below the surface so that you can really discover why you are where you're at and where you want to go. So when you understand how to shift the root of your thoughts and where all this begins, you begin to become different. And this is the single biggest reason why this program works. And it's different than others out there. We teach you how to go beyond your own limitations and how to uncover your unique leadership gifts. And every single one of you have them. And it's about shifting your inner world so that your outer world changes. You know, so many times people create programs and they make programs about like a destination or a skill set. But we really think it's more than that. Angela and I think that true inspiring leadership is a way of being. And it's built on the notion that success is 80% mindset and 20% skill set. So what we do in this program is we focus on getting to that root in a way that's helping you really step into your leadership role in an even bigger way. So it's truly different than anything you've ever experienced before.
Awesome. So there are some of you that are like, yes, this sounds amazing. You're reading my mind. I can't wait. So how does it work? Okay, so I want to share a little bit just about the logistics of how much time it will take and what you'll be asked to do and all of that stuff. And so first, each week you will have an email delivered to your email box with your weekly video module. You can watch them in your PJs anytime you need. Each of the modules is about an hour and a half long, and they provide a powerful experience as if we're sitting together in a room. You get to learn from us, hear different coaching experiences, and that is the way that you get the major content from the program, okay? Then you will be able to fill out your handouts and simple assignments each week. So the handouts and assignments take approximately 30 minutes to an hour, and they're super important to the discovery process. So on average, the program is between 3 and 4 hours a week. So if you can carve that out, then you're golden. And a lot of times people will find that they're doing it a little bit on the weekends, on the evenings, if they don't have time in their workday to do it. You will also be asked to complete a coaching lounge each week. So each of the 8 weeks, you'll have a coaching lounge, and the coaching lounges will be an hour. And on Wednesdays each week, you'll have an option to jump on a call with our Master Belief Breakthrough coaches. You'll be paired with someone randomly in the program, and you will follow the coaching lounge outline script. So we've written the script for you. You'll know exactly what you're practicing. So one person will practice being the mentor, one person will practice being mentored, and then you'll switch roles. Okay, this is really one of the most transformational parts of the program because it's where you take your knowledge and you actually put it into practice, and you get to hear yourself talk. And sometimes when we talk, we can change our beliefs more dramatically than when we're just writing or we're in our own mind. So a lot of times talking and hearing another person's story is so helpful to kind of put the pieces together for yourself. And so if for any reason you're not able to make the coaching lounge, you can post on Facebook and find another partner. It's really, really easy to find a partner for yourself. Okay, and the last, I think, one of the most important pieces about Lead on Purpose that makes it really distinct is that we really wanted to make sure you have a high level of accountability. And so there's two reasons we wanted you to have accountability. One is that a lot of times, as we talked about a little earlier, sometimes we get into a program and we don't finish it. And so we have one of our master belief breakthrough coaches, which is going to be moderating the Facebook page. So they're going to be there checking on you, making sure you're okay, seeing if you're posting, calling you out if you're not, because we really want to make sure this isn't a program that you just register for and then you forget about. If you forget about it, you won't have the skills that we really, really want you to have. And so we want to help you with that level of accountability. And secondly, you're going to be having a weekly accountability stats sheet. Okay, so each week you will email us your statistics for the week. So these statistics are things like what is your weekly money goal, how many classes do you want to have, how many follow-ups, how many samples, a lot of the statistics about your business. Okay, so you're going to set a goal, and then you're going to email us the next week on how those goals went. What are the statistics? Okay. Now, the reason we're doing this, number one, is because this is a really, really great way for you to find out where your limiting beliefs lie. A lot of times we pretend or avoid areas where we just don't want to look, but you can't avoid numbers. You can't avoid the truth of a statistic sheet, right? So when you look at the statistic sheet and you notice that every single week, the follow-up section is 0, and you're wondering why you're not getting the results you want, you get to look and start to get curious about, what is my limiting belief in this area? Why am I stuck here? What is this telling me? What is this showing me? And what can I learn from this? So the accountability stats is really, really powerful for you to get that really clear picture of what you're doing. It also helps you to know what you want. And so it helps you also to get greater results in your business. And so this is a really, really important part about how it works. And we talked a little bit earlier about becoming a certified Lead on Purpose leader. This is completely optional, but a lot of people have asked for this. And so, there's a few extra things you'll be doing to get this specific certification. That you'll be going through the program, doing your coaching lounges. You will be submitting your accountability sheets, and you'll be submitting proof emails to us, letting us know that you have listened to everything, you've done your assignments, and then you will be able to lead the done-for-you 8-week leadership program, Unshakeable. So this program is literally completely done for you, and a lot of the pieces that we're teaching in Lead on Purpose are going to be integrated in here. So you're going to be able to turn around and create a very foundational program that talks about leadership skills and mindset so that your team members can really feel unshakable. And I think this is so huge because a lot of times when we're first starting out, we wait until our leaders get stuck, right? So we teach them the skill sets, but we don't work on mindset until they get stuck. And most of the time, we don't even know that they're struggling until they just leave or stop calling. So we want you guys to have this program because it's going to help you right off the bat be able to start creating this platform of communication, openness, authenticity, being able to look at their mindset so that they're not going to be scared to tell you when they're scared. They're not going to be able to be scared to tell you that they're struggling with something, because it's now going to be something that's open. It's okay to talk about. It doesn't make them wrong or weird or bad or not a good enough leader. That this program literally will create not only an unshakable leader, but an unshakable community for you. And so we're so excited about translating this and bringing this into what you're doing. So super awesome.
Yes, it is.
No.
You tell we're excited. When we talk, I love it so much. Okay, so with everything Ange said, we want to give you a little clearer view of the literal breakdown of the weeks. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick overview of what these weeks are, and what we want to hear from you is you write in the comments. As we go through the weeks, we want to hear what week you're most excited about. Okay, so just write in what week is like, that would be the week that I'm in this for. Like, I need that, right? Okay, so first we're going to do getting started. So we actually really focus on a whole new way of thinking. We look at what do soul-inspired leaders think, a whole new way of beliefs and paradigms that we can step into. We also go over the 7 laws of leadership. And so if you follow those laws, no matter what, you will be a soul-inspired leader. That as you step into those different laws of leadership and soul-inspired leadership, that is what really will create not only the momentum and propel you forward in your business, but it will create the fulfillment of your journey. And we really learn to shed the old model of leadership and step into the new and the getting started training, okay? So with week 1, what our focus is to help you rewrite your limiting leadership beliefs and clear a pathway for a new future. So we're gonna shed layers of yourselves that are protecting yourself for fear of failure or success. We'll also let go of your disempowering stories that you've told yourself for so long and kind of really clear the path for a new story and a new future. And we're going to identify the driving force that has been motivating your desire for success. So that's really going to help us to take that to help anchor it in you even deeper to move you forward. We're also going to help surrender to the true essence of who you are and really help you uncover what is your true purpose, why were you born, and what are you here to do and be and share. So that's week 1, right? That's enough in of itself. So if that's what you're most excited about so far, right? Week 1. All right, so week 2, what we're here to do and what we're going to focus on is infusing your soul gifts into your business brand and help others rise up. So we're really going to help you discover your unique soul gifts, help you learn how to share what you do in a very inspiring and powerful way. We're going to give you a specific script for that you can really create your own authentic voice from. We're going to help you find your passion project. What is it that awakens you? What is it that wakes you up at night that you want to be a part of? We're going to help you create that innovate for yourself and for your team. We're also going to help you learn what it takes to truly help others rise up. How to get underneath your leaders in a way that their dreams become your dreams. That they feel so inspired by you that you are a team together. That you're not pulling or pushing, I like to say pushing wet noodles, right? You're kind of trying to push people in a way they don't want to be pushed, and actually helping inspire them and help them uncover their true desires, unique gifts, and dreams. And then we go even further into that into week 3 by rising by lifting others. So we're going to learn how to have advanced crucial conversations, right? So this is an advanced class that you guys are going to love to help you feel free really to be able to say anything and do it with love, right? We're going to help you learn how to align your goals with your leaders, learn how to delegate better and create massive momentum on your team. We'll also help you learn how to intuitively empower people rather than enable. And by learning that, you're going to really be able to step into learning how they feel loved, how to really teach them how to step into what they're here for by doing what you do, right? And then shedding old beliefs and receiving help. That's going to be a big one for week 3, that you're not in this alone, that you can communicate to other people what you need, that you're really going to focus in on your time management and really step into servant leadership, right? So that's week 3. If that's what you're most excited about so far, write in week 3. We have lots of comments coming in already. I love it. We have week 1, week 2, week 3. All right. And one question was, what do you do if you don't have any leaders yet? So Corey, we're going to share that with you. We'll have some time for question and answer as we go later into this webinar. So week 4 is live like a leader and inspire others. So we're going to help you redefine what your daily self-care rituals are, your environment, your workflow, all that goodness. We're going to help you uncover what's holding you back from really taking care of yourself and putting yourself as number 1. It was really hard for me, you guys, and now I think I'm awesome at it. We're going to identify what your daily tasks are and what's really essential and what's not, okay? So that's week 4. Week 5 is transformation week, yay! So we are going to shift all of those limiting old beliefs of leadership, money, time, visibility. We're going to shake them off, right? we're going to really turn them into empowering things that we're not afraid of anymore. We're also in week 5 going to integrate all that you have learned so far in the program. We're going to shed any last disempowering beliefs that are still holding you back from your fullest potential. And last, we're going to help you take your power back. Take the power within you that is your birthright and really step into the greatest version of you. All right, so week 6, we're going to develop your relationship skills. It's all about relationships. So in week 6, we're going to learn and outline a very specific script of crucial conversations, and we're going to practice them, okay? So this is going to be very relatable to both your life and your business. We're going to integrate that. And we're also going to create relationship vision that inspires you. So this could be with your partner, and it also could be relationship visions for you and your top leaders, right? And we're going to help you understand why living in your heart essence and truly living in a vulnerable space is the best way to influence others. I know Ange already talked about that, but it absolutely is. And then the last thing about week 6 is we're going to help you discover the 3 dimensions of relationship and why it's powerful to lead with both your feminine and your masculine energy. Now, some of you might not know what that means yet, but just wait is all I can say. That might be the biggest kahuna yet. It's going to be phenomenal, the shifts that happen with that one part. Okay, so week 7 is we're going to align your business with God and use your intuition to lead your team. So we're going to help you learn to really deepen your own intuition and learn the secret messages that you are given that you might be ignoring, and learn how to listen even deeper and take action on what's being told to you. So you're gonna start to really listen to your soul and cultivate a deeper trust than ever before in yourself and in your team, in the process, in the journey, in life, in God. It's all about trust. And then we're also going to help you learn how to set your goals with soul, people, and to become completely unstoppable in reaching them. And week 8, here we go, integration week. It's about leading powerful team trainings. How to take all that you've learned and integrate it so that you never forget it, right? You're going to discover your power virtues. So the virtues that are leading your life, that you want to lead your life moving forward, and how to give them daily power and presence. You're also going to learn to understand what's most important when leading an effective team training, and how to really create programs and team trainings and events that are explosive in the results that you want. And exactly, we're going to lay out the 8-week leadership Unshakeable program for your team. So that is the 8-week breakdown. We have so many of you guys commenting in on all the different weeks that you're most excited about. Yes, week 8 sounds amazing. Yes, Jessica, I love it. Very exciting. Eek, so much goodness. I love all your comments. This has been amazing to watch you guys and your excitement. All right. So next, Ange is going to talk a little bit about the 8 soulful, inspired leaders we're going to have with us.
Yeah, so if all of that wasn't enough, Bree and I like to give more. So we were chatting about, we're teaching all of this, but we really believe that role models are really one of the most important things, and that, there's this something I learned a long time ago, which is if you see it, you're more likely to be able to recreate it. And so what we've done is we've taken top MLM industry leaders from all different companies, and we've chosen our favorite 8 people who we see as really soul-inspired leaders, and we're going to be interviewing them each week so that you can hear from them how they are perceiving what we're teaching. So how are they living in their life? How are they trusting deeper, aligning with God? How are they having these crucial conversations and hearing some really, really profound, this is one of my favorite parts because I've been learning so much in talking with these leaders and having them hear for us, having you hear from them. And so it's really, really awesome part of this experience so that you guys can have more and more leaders that you can look to for a role model and and guidance and how to be this, how to live this, and see that. So really excited about this part. Yay.
Oh, thank you. You know, there's so much power that comes with more voices, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ange and I are going to pour into you guys in these 8 weeks that we really wanted you to hear from more leaders that are implementing all of this way of being and living in their daily life and their business. So it's going to be powerful, you guys. That in of itself, getting to have these interviews by 8 soulful leaders, wow. It's going to be awesome. So are you ready? I know all of you guys are commenting like crazy of true excitement. This is what you've been waiting for. So let's talk a little bit about when we're doing it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So before that, we just want to share with you guys, you know, if you haven't done one of our programs before, this is really important for you guys to know that what we do is very intentional, that we are good at what we do. And I actually saw a comment on here that I thought it's really important. I'm glad you said it. Is that so much information, right? It's all the, we talked about all the 8-week breakdown. The truth is that Ange and I are able to fill up a program in such a beautiful way that it's not overwhelming, that it takes you through this incredible journey step by step, 1 week at a time, that is so purposeful in your evolution of true soulful leadership. And so we've done this before. You can trust it, right? We have incredible results with the different programs, the live events we do, that we have this incredible following of people because they do trust the process. They do know what we offer is always intentional, it's always from our heart. And what we believe, Ange and I, is that it's inspired, that we get a download of this is needed and this is what we then turn around and create. So we're excited to have all of you guys join us in that creation of who you will become through this journey and the results you will get as well. All right, so you guys ready for it? Here we go, drum roll. All right, so the start date of Lead on Purpose is May 1st. May 1st, you guys, we're gonna start our 8-week journey together. Now, what's so fantastic about this is that because you're on this webinar and you're listening to this right now, you guys are lucky ducks, okay? We're gonna talk about an early bird special coming your way. But before then, we actually wanna talk to you about the investment of this program and the value of the program. So the program moving forward is $897. Now, Ange and I know that this investment will be one of the best things you ever do for both your business and yourself. There is so much extreme value in this program that we could have, you know, we wanted to make it affordable for everyone, but there's way more value in this program than this cost. And the truth is that not only are you going to walk away from this program being a stronger leader and your income will rise, you will become a leader that you are meant to be. But it's the journey in of itself that we're most excited about for you guys, that your entire future of ways that you lead and ways that you think will be directly shifted from this program. And so this is really exciting to us in regards to what price we were able to offer it to you for 8 weeks. And with that said, we wanted to make it even better for those who join us in the first round. Because this is our very first time that we're doing Lead on Purpose, we wanted to create a little special introductory price for all of you guys. And this is a way to really jump in together through the first round and be able to experience it and become one of the very first Lead on Purpose coaches, right? So what we did is we slashed that price in almost half, and the program cost for the very first round only in May 1st, start date, will be only $497. So this is huge to be a part of. And we really hope that if your heart is calling you, like if you feel that beating in your heart and you are answering yes to so many of these things we asked you tonight, that you feel like this is what you're called to and what you know will be the support to get you where you really want to go and what you felt earlier in this call, then we invite you to join us, especially through this first round at the introductory price. But it gets even better. So Ange, do you want to announce how it gets even better?
You're doing so great. I'm just like on the edge of my seat. Like I'm going to do it myself. And I'm like, I'm so excited. So, yes, I will though. I'm excited to how it gets even better. So as Brianne shared, we decided we want to completely like do something we've never done before and do something we probably will absolutely never do again is to give an early bird special. So what that means is that if you register, and I forget exactly the time, so you have to remind me, Brianne, but if you register within a certain period of time, we'll give you the date. You will not just get one ticket for $4.97, but you'll get two. And so that means that you can invite a friend, you could split the cost, you can bring one of your leaders that you really want to do this with and strengthen your relationship even more. And so 2 for 1 early bird. And again, this is amazing. And I'll have to look to make sure. I'll let you guys know at the end when the early bird ends. I will look at it here, but we'll make sure that you guys know exactly when that offer is. We were so excited we forgot to add the dates to the webinar.
So that's the cool part, is that you want to jump on it right now, right? No, we'll post on here the exact date that you need to register by to get the 2 for 1. No matter what, anybody that joins us in the May 1st round will get almost half off. They'll get the $4.97 price, okay? But just to do like an awesome incentive for you guys to just jump right with us right away, and we wanted to give back to this community. As Ange said, we won't do this again. We've never done it before, but we're so excited about this program. We want more and more leaders to be seen on a greater level than ever before. And so we want to make it possible for the greatest amount of people, that can join us. So 2 for 1 for the $4.97 price. So if you were to both pay, half is less than $250 for this $897 program. Wow.
Yes. So here's how it works, guys. I did find the information. So until April 21st, this offer will be open. So that's 10 days, and this is open to anyone. So if you go to the Network Marketing on Purpose website, you go to the Lead on Purpose programs page, you can register. And when you register, anyone who registers up until the 21st will receive that 2 for 1. So we will be contacting you once you register. You'll get your own thank you, and then we'll contact you to get your other participants' name and email, and then we'll manually sign them up and register them. So that's how it's going to work.
Yeah. Okay, I want to see from you guys how excited you are about the 2 for 1. Yes, people are excited. Sign me up now. Yes, you guys. This is going to be so fun. We really love our time with all of you. And so as many of you guys that are feeling called to this program, jump in with us, because it's a journey that we love to have with all of you. Ange and I change and grow every single program that we do with the group of people that come in. We learn just as much from you guys. So we're excited to do this together. And yes, that is $4.97 for 2 people. Yep. All right. So you have until April 20th, you said, Ange?
April 21st.
21st.
And the, usually 10 p.m. Mountain Standard is when we end that.
Awesome.
So the 21st.
All right, so now that we're going to just do a little bit of Q&A, and then we're going to give away 1 ticket still. So if you guys have any questions over what we talked about tonight, any of the things that we talked about with getting you unstuck and where you want to go, anything about the program, you can just write it into the comments right there, and Ange and I will take one by one as they come in. So Ange, is there any common questions that we can kind of share with them?
I think we went over a lot of them throughout, but one question we've gotten on another call we did today was, is it something that people can do if they haven't done deep dive? And so I just want to let you guys know that yes, so there's no prerequisite that you have to do deep dive. And the way we've seen deep dive is that deep dive is really a program that helps you to work on you. So you really look at your limiting beliefs and really dig in. And so, that's a wonderful a wonderful program to do before Lead on Purpose, but Lead on Purpose is a little distinct in that you are going to work on you, but a lot of the program is really working on your relationship to others. Okay. And so you can definitely get a lot of benefit of doing deep dive first, but you don't have to. So if you don't, you'll come in and you'll be working on whatever you're working on. And then just like deep dive, we will have an ability for you to review the program at a discounted price. So now that you guys are kind of getting in on the grandfathered in rate, you will be able to review it just like anyone else in the future at a discounted rate. So I have a couple other questions. Is the program even more intense than deep dive? So the program isn't more intense. It has more elements. And so there is the element of doing the video module, and then you'll be doing your coaching lounge. And then you will also be learning how to teach and lead a program. And so there's kind of different elements to it. There are more scripts. It's more, we're teaching a bit more in Lead on Purpose, whereas deep dive being more of a beginner course, we keep it really, really kind of, I wouldn't call it light, but specific. This is going to have more elements to it, and it'll have even more depth than deep dive. But I wouldn't call it more intense. But it'll be different depending on the person. So it may be more intense to you if you really feel like for you, a lot of your limiting beliefs live in the area of you being with others and you being able to speak your voice. That it could be intense. And for those of you who feel like you need more than deep dive, this is really going to be, this program is really designed for people who are really already feeling like leaders. They're already feeling like they are giving a lot, and that they need somebody to kind of lift them to the next level. And so now if you're feeling like you don't really feel like you're a leader yet, don't feel like you're opted out of this program, that's not absolutely not what I'm saying. But I know there's a certain person who feels like they're the ones that are giving everything and they need somebody to help them. This program is absolutely going to be a really, really helpful thing. And then if you're somebody who doesn't yet feel like you even see yourself as a leader, it's going to be just as helpful to you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was, can you share it with your team in the early bird special? Absolutely. So you guys, they don't have to be on this webinar to get the early bird special. Just you have to sign up by the 21st of April for that extra bonus. So if you want to share this with your leaders and they want to come in with the early bird special, that can happen too. So you can get a team of your leaders together and all get, the 2-for-1 price of the $497.
Mm-hmm. Yes, awesome.
Question, Ange, was how long do we have access to the modules? Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, so we always give, we give 2 weeks for every 4 weeks. So that means you'll have the 8-week program. And if you sign up now, you'll have all of the time now. So you'll be able to access your getting started module even earlier. And then we'll leave all of the videos open. Your membership site will stay open for 4 weeks after your program ends. And then you'll still be able to download all of the handouts and keep those. However, the video modules will stay in the membership site. So the way to review those again will only be by reviewing the course. Okay. And the reason we do this is because we really want people to participate while it's there. The truth is, most of us don't ever go back to those programs, even though we want to. And sometimes we use that as an excuse to not do it right now. And so we want to help incentivize for you the knowing that this is a certain time period where you'll have different, you will have the ability to go in, and at some point you will have the handouts and your 8-week program only. So you won't be able to go back to the video modules themselves.
All right, awesome, Ange. And one last question before we do the giveaway is, I think it comes up for a lot of people, and I'd love for you to address it. So a little bit of tips for time management, because people who struggle with, if they have a lot going on in their life right now, but they want this really bad,
yeah,
and they feel called to it, what would you feel like if maybe they have a vacation, or maybe they're on a traveling program, or they just have a lot going on, but they really want it? What would you suggest?
Yeah, well, I think, I mean, most important thing for anything is to absolutely put the time block on your calendar. So I know that may sound simplified, but if we look at how do we, how do we put a 2-hour block once a week for all of these weeks to listen to the video module, do your assignments. And then another 2-hour block for doing your coaching lounge. So the coaching lounge won't be that long, but you'll want some time to prepare, print the handouts out, come knowing what you want to talk about. So that for some people, it takes about 2 hours. So putting those both on your calendar. So really giving yourself that 4-hour time. Now, if most of your work week, let's say you're working full time, you're not able to do the program during the work week, you're going to have to get creative. And so when I'm doing a program and I'm really super busy, I'll think about how can I get creative? So how can I watch the video module when I'm on the treadmill? How can I download it or listen to parts of it when I'm putting the kids to sleep? How can I, if I really want to be unreasonable, how can I get it in? And the other piece is knowing that there's probably going to be a week where you're too busy. And so if you prepare in advance and know, there'll be a week where I'll get knocked off. I might get sick. Maybe my kids get sick. Maybe I have all these classes and I don't have time. That because you have more than the 8 weeks, you can continue with where you left off. And so a lot of times people will do like 2 coaching lounges in 1 week. They'll do 2 video modules. Maybe 1 week is light, 1 week is heavy. Or you can also finish the program at a little slower pace than the rest of us do. So meaning when some people may be finished, you may be doing your week 8 or week 7, because again, you have those 4 extra weeks. And so there's no perfection in this, but there absolutely is that, our goal for you is that you're able to complete it and figure out how it is. I know I've done a program similar to this with kind of coaching lounges. And one time I was 4 weeks behind. And so I did a marathon of doing all of it. And then I did 4 coaching lounges in 1 day. So there's always a will, there's a way. And so, but definitely try to break it down, try to chunk it and put in those 2-hour, 2-hour spots in your calendar each week. And if it doesn't happen that day, then move it. Make sure you keep accountable to what you say you're going to do and figure out then when the next best time is to do it.
I love that. That's perfect. I think, unless, is there any other questions that you want to address, Ange, before we move?
I don't think so. I think there was one other. May is the last week of Diamond Club, and you may speak to that, but I know one thing that we did when we set the dates, we did intentionally create this program as a way to support people who are going for ranks by June. So, really thinking of it as a program that even though you may be pushing to a rank because you want to walk a convention, May and June of sometimes people say, well, I don't want to be doing another program. But the truth is having a program that can help bust you beyond your comfort zone is the best thing that can happen, because then you're going to really kind of move past where you may have gotten stuck. And so if that's something that you're feeling, just know that this program is going to be a great asset to you and not necessarily going to be taking away things. It's more likely going to be adding to your ability to hit those ranks than taking away from it.
Yes, absolutely. 100% agree with that. So one question Kate McGrath had is, I'm not in the States. And so she was, hoping that all the calls would be available to her at her time. So Kate, the video modules will be done at your own time. So that's why Ange said, plan out 2 hours to be able to download your worksheets, go through the video module and have that time each week. And then the coaching lounges, we give 2 different times in the day to attend. So really takes care of all time zones around the world for sure. Yes. So we just posted the link again. And as Ange mentioned, what you'll do is if you want to do the 2-for-1, you will sign up the one person and then email in the name of the second person, right, Ange?
Yep. We'll reach out to you actually and ask you, so that way you'll have a little bit of time to find who the person is or talk to somebody. You can even share this webinar with them to give them the understanding and information. And then one thing we didn't mention before, if you have somebody that you want to invite but they're feeling like they're not sure, on the website that we just posted, we also have this really awesome quiz that we created so that they can just take a really quick amount of time to find out if the program is a fit for what they're working on right now.
Yeah.
And then one last little thing that we didn't mention, but it's really important, is that there's also a 3-payment option. You can pay 3 payments of $175 as well. So if you're feeling a little bit like the $497 even split is harder, then you guys are going to really, in some ways, there's no reason, unless it doesn't work or you're not excited about it, that you wouldn't do it.
Absolutely. And Rebecca said, so is the certification included in the $497 price? It is.
Yes.
It's just there'll be extra steps you take to get certified. But yeah, that's the same price for the certification of a Lead on Purpose coach. So we're just excited, you guys. There's so many great questions. Continue. If you have any other questions, come to our Facebook community or email us. And you have until the 21st to get the early bird 2-for-1. So jump on it, get your teams there, and have them go to the website we're posting right here and take the quiz and find out if this program is right for them right now. And one last thing I wanted to share is Corey said, exciting but scary. And you'll hear Angela and I say all the time that our fear is actually our compass. That, I've gotten to a point where if I'm kind of a bit scared, I know that's the direction I'm going, because I know on the other side of that fear, that's where all my dreams lie. It's exactly where I want to go, just like you felt in your heart today. So if you're feeling a bit scared, awesome, Corey. That's the best thing you could be feeling right now. All right. Well, we just want to thank you guys, and we're going to do a giveaway now. You guys ready for this? So all of you who stuck with us tonight, we're going to do one giveaway of a Lead on Purpose ticket. Are you ready for this, Ange?
I am so excited.
Here we go. Who's feeling it? It always goes to the perfect person who's calling it forth. Debbie Graham. Congratulations, Debbie. Woo, woo. So excited for you. And thank you, all of you guys who joined us tonight. Just keep shining your bright light, because the world needs you. And we hope you join us May 1st and share this link away with your friends and your team.
Yes, absolutely. And one last question I see here. Someone said, can we share the webinar? So yes, anyone who signed up will be sharing the recording tomorrow and getting that to you guys, so you can share it with your teams. You can share it with a friend, anyone that you want. Definitely please share. It would really help us to get the message out, and we would be so grateful to you.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Good night, guys. Thanks so much.